Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Nimby Rails, and today we are going north of Lodz. I will put in a map for you to show you what I'm currently working on, and this part is interesting. North of Sigirds, where we left off in the last episode, the tracks split. They split open, one, as you can see on the map, going to the left, one going more to the right. That's actually going back to my worst fears that I had when I started to play Nimby Rails, and that is single rail tracks. So yes, north of Lodz towards Kutno, and I currently right now don't remember the name of the second city, but towards Kutno and towards another city there will be single track routes, single track operations. I already checked it out, the stations are double track partially, so no scheduling hell, should be relatively straightforward in scheduling, but yes, this is me working on the split and a small depot, setting the signals, and then it is also time to go towards the town I don't remember the name of in the second part of the time lapse, because yes, we have of course to not only work on the split but also on the stations that we are going towards, and that one is quite an interesting station. Way too big for what it actually can handle, and I still forgot the name. I will later, after the time lapse, I will know what the town is called. I feel stupid right now. It's quite a big station, as you can see. It has a big depot, it has a lot of platforms, it has long platforms, so 3 platforms is for me quite a lot. I know that there will be 1 or 2 lines maybe, so bigger than needed. Those road connectors there, going over the road, crossing the road crosses, horrible to set up. I somehow got the switch in the upper part right. That's, I think, one thing I should really stop with, trying to set these road crossings in. Here you can see how I try to somehow set up a switch. Crazy detail work, I will show to you later again, but yeah, maybe I should stop with that and just accept to pay the fine in-game to cross the road normally. But yeah, the station, 3 tracks, looking good. 1 big fast track, say it like that. Oh, I'm so out of words today. 1 fast 100 km an hour track, the rest is 50 kilometers an hour, and we have a small cargo yard next to it. I mean, I love to build cargo yards. I know I won't use them, especially in Poland, won't use them anytime soon, but yeah, the cargo yard is there. The station is interesting, very long, very big, bigger than it actually needs to be. So in the time lapse I was a bit out of words. Now, when we are at Lodz, let me actually disable the existing railway mod so you can see where we currently are. When it comes to that city, I still haven't continued work on the yard down there. I still haven't continued scheduling because sometimes I hate scheduling, so in a few days, in a few weeks maybe, there will be a long video where I do all the scheduling. Not a long video because I don't want to show you too much of the scheduling. It's playing around, putting lines in, seeing it doesn't work, ripping them out. Maybe it's perfect for a live stream. I'm still thinking about that. Then let's go up here, Skirsk. I have no clue how to pronounce it. The switch you just saw, and then right and left in single track. Oh, I already love the pain, because I know what is coming up. Single tracks. I thought I could leave them behind. Yeah, I thought. So, I will just not take care too much of the blueprints here. And we go up towards the right, because we're not going towards Kutno, not yet. Because I still haven't built Kutno. Yeah, or did I? Let me zoom out. Yeah, I have built the approach, but not the station itself. So, it's Kutno. Lodz is the town I couldn't pronounce, by the way. Yeah, I sometimes feel so stupid when playing this game, because I build and I build and I build and I build, and I think about the town and the city and everything, but then when it comes up, I just forget it. Yeah, the positive part about this is, first of all, I can build the cargo route that goes around here. because we don't need that, or we can already build that because, yeah, at least now we don't need that actually, but then it's built, it's not blueprint core. Then we have this turn up here, which is then going in towards Lodz Cloney. Yeah, the question here is, and this, I think I will put it onto this platform so that we have the, or that the train has to do the switch in here, and then we just do this. Have I set up signals for the single track here? No, I haven't, of course. So let's go in here, have an entry signal here. And then I have signaled it in a way that I believe it goes one way only. It shouldn't actually. Yeah, that's signaled correctly. This one also needs to be set up like this. And then down there that works. And I can also do... Oh, no, wait, I can actually use this stump of tracks as a depot. But therefore I would need to have the line on the upper track. So let me just do that like this. Because then I can park a train here, push it into this track here, so it's marked as 1, and then I can have it run the line. That's a bit simple. Yeah, that one is actually not only called Lodz. I need to check out the name. I will do that in a second. But what we will do now is go and search for a route. So we have Warszawa Zachodnia to Kutno. That one will go in as soon. That trademarked soon. We have Lodz, Kaliska to Radom, to Kalushi, and to Lodz. So we go from Kaliska to Lodz. Then the question is, Kutno is getting from Fabricina. And then we have a few ICs that I don't need to care about too much. So, from Kaliska to Lodz, I would, or I don't even need to say I would, I can just put it on platform 3. And then because it is a regional train, no, I don't actually, yeah, I think too much. So let's start with the first stop after Kaliska being actually Sigirsk, because the stops in between are operated by the regional train. The short regional trains I already did that are only running inside of Lodz. So there's no need to stop there. At least I hope. Because I don't want this, I want to use small trains. So more go closer to rail buses, maybe not directly rail buses, but small trains, and therefore I don't want to operate inside of Lodz that much. I think I may also set up entry only platforms or stops, and then we have this one at Lodz itself, and then we go all the way in there. So this line is done, at least set up, and then I want to have Kaliska board and disembark, then stop number 2 only boarding, and then the last stop only disembarking, so that the inside passengers, so the passengers inside of Lodz, they are more or less forced to take the other regional trains. So this one, for example, that runs from Vitsev all the way to Sigirsk via Kaliska. If they want to go, for example, to Fabricina, it's this one. No, wait, we don't have a direct connection to Fabri. I forget what I'm saying, I'm stupid sometimes. Yeah, but there will be a route that will take care of that. But yeah, I want to have passengers inside of Lodz more on these lines, and then passengers who are not only traveling inside Lodz, they will of course also get onto this line. I will also mark it inside this line here as gray, because otherwise you can see it here, all whites, hard to find the right one, gray are the ones that already have all the stops but are not scheduled yet. Simple way to work with the colors. And that's it. We have the line towards Lodz. So that's some progress. I won't schedule it now, and I think the only right thing to do is to actually jump into Kutno Station next. So let's do that. And about Kutno Station, I don't have to say too much. It is on the main line, on the old main line between Warsaw and Poznan. So in the past, a lot of ICs were going via the station. I think even in real life, a lot of trains, a lot of intercities go via the station. Of course, trains go via stations, but intercity trains, this one won't actually see too much of that. There will be an intercity going to Poznan from Warsaw via the old slow speed line, so the one I'm working on right now, 160 kilometers an hour maximum speed. But I think the more important main line will actually be the line from Warsaw to Lodz to Poznan, the new high-speed line. So this one will see intercities, but slow intercities with old rolling stock. So something I already look forward to setting up once I have the entire string set up to Poznan. Yeah, Kutno itself, it will have a regional train to Warsaw. It will see the smaller regional line down to Lodz. So when it comes to regional trains, it is set up quite well. It's also once again a hub in the region. But besides that, it is a nice station. I had a bit of fun building it because the platform layout is interesting, especially the area down here I'm currently working on. But I also want to talk about something else. Time really isn't on my side currently. That's why this video is also a bit short. After this time lapse, that will be over because I don't have that much time right now. It's crying on a very high level, but I'm happy that I can still do videos right now. But I wanted to talk about last weekend. There will be a full video about this story up soon. I have already started working on that by Rage. I was traveling with the Netherlands Spoorwegen and the Deutsche Bahn, so Dutch trains and German trains. And yeah, I think the joke writes itself, and you can already see and think where this is going to. Yes, I was taking the intercity from Den Haag Central to Eschede, I believe. Eschede is the endpoint. I got off at Deventer because there I was supposed to get into the intercity to Berlin East Station, which we have already built in Nimby Rails and is safe. And the intercity arrived and there was already a sign of Train rijdt niet. So Dutch, if I can speak Dutch, for this train is not going anywhere. And you can already think about the chaos that ensued after it. And I somehow had to fight my way over the Dutch-German border to get to Rheine. And from there, luck was again on my side. But I did a few videos. I took a very limited amount of videos, to be fair. I could have done way more. But I had other plans with my family in the Netherlands. So no time for me to do a lot of train spotting. But the time I spent at the train stations, I tried to use it quite good and quite well. I think you will see it in the video where I talk about the horrors of traveling with German train operators and my two last stories of the last 2 weeks, where I took the train and where it didn't end out that well. That video will be out soon. Thank you so much for watching on this episode of Nimby Rails. This was Kutno Station, and Kutno Station is now nearly done in the time lapse. So thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next episode when I maybe have enough motivation to schedule the lines. So, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.